Lovely. So I didn't get a chance to catch up with you when you first talked through your initial idea, but I've got down here that you're doing the song Borderline by Tame Impala. Is that still the case?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not changing it? Still the same, good. No, that's what I want to hear, but yeah, I was a bit worried I was going to come in today and everyone's like, I've changed it now and this, that, so that's good. So Borderline. Tame Impala. Cool. So I just kind of want to check in with the idea. So the first thing that I asked everyone to do before break, but I don't think everyone's had the chance, is your treatment and proposal. Have you guys produced this?
So we've done both of them, but the proposal I did over Christmas, and it's still on my PC, so I just need to send it through to you.
Okay. Could you guys just resend those to me? Did you upload yours to
No.
assignments?
I only put it in my group chat.
Oh, I'm in that group chat, aren't I?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Could you just resend that to me, just so I can just check through it?
Yeah.
Oh, you've sent it again.
Yeah.
Cool, lovely. So I'll just have a little read through that. So in terms of the narrative and the storyline, do you feel like you figured it all out yet, or is there still bits that you're missing?
Towards the end, it's still blurry.
Yeah.
Okay, so still trying to figure out the ending. So you're going with a mass murder type thing. Cool. Love it. But still pretty confident with the idea, happy with the idea? Yeah? Happy with idea and concept. Concepts. So still just trying to figure out the ending, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, once I take a look at your proposal and treatment, I can maybe make some suggestions and things like that. So stuck on the ending. Also next week, we're going to be looking at storyboards and scripts for music videos on Monday, so that should help a lot as well with the flow and things. Lovely. So I've just put on a note here. So what did you do, Devin? The treatment or the proposal?
Proposal.
So send proposal. Oh, that's not me. It's that one. Awesome sauce. So pretty good on the idea in terms of progress. So the first things obviously we need to kind of suss out are the actors and contributors. Have you had any thought? Have you planned any of that yet?
A group of my friends are gonna come and do some acting.
Cool. So is that confirmed yet?
Yeah, they've all said yes.
Awesome. So it's just a case of getting permissions and times and dates and things like that. So actors secure. How many characters are you going to have?
Do you want to go get this on my phone? I can count afterwards.
Yeah. Or even just like a rough idea of how many you need?
We just need a friend.
Probably
A friend.
6 or 7.
6 or 7?
Yeah.
Okay. And those are, you've got every single one of those? Okay.
And the murderer.
Actors.
Yeah, I think we've literally got 7.
Yeah.
So 6 friends and 1 murder character.
Yeah, 7 friends, one of them is a
Are we gonna do the plot twist then? Or should we I want to do the plot twist so bad. Because all really good music videos have them.
Are we still buying them out?
Yeah.
Are we doing it soon?
Are we doing the bandage? What is it?
Bandit.
Bandage,
Yeah.
for the mask, because we want to do a mask, we want to put like a bandage around the head and put like 2 red blood marks with the eyes and black.
Cool. Have you guys started experimenting with that yet, or?
No, not yet, because we just want to be fully sure because we've been looking online about different
Yeah.
masks.
Yeah. Cool. Yeah. So what I would suggest is, that's probably the next thing as well, is props and things like that. Is that secured yet, or is that something that's the next thing to do list? Yeah.
I was just thinking, we probably have to get an actual mask or do it all in one take, because then we'll have to get it exactly right again and again. Because it'll be actually
Is there any costs? So there's a lot of costume and props there. Is it just
It wouldn't be
the
too much costume, it'd just be the
mask?
the
is the main
mask.
It'll be
thing?
like a night.
And Casey will probably be wearing a shirt with some blood on it.
Yeah, what are you doing in terms of the weapon's going to be involved? What kind of weapon? Is it a fake knife? Yeah.
Fake knife and a fake
So you're going to need to look into that, and then obviously risk assessments and things like that are going to be important. Which brings me on to locations. Have you confirmed any locations? Looked into any locations
Got
yet?
the woods. I don't know how to explain it. It's like, do you know where like the lynch is?
No, so I'm not from Western,
No,
so I
it's,
don't really know.
it's just like left of Bristol, up by the woods.
Mhm.
It's got like this little cliff bit and like a film
Okay.
I don't know what other, there probably will be other locations.
Okay, but that's obviously the main one, and if there's going to be a fake weapon involved, you're going to need to try and see if there's any, what's the word, anybody who kind of controls or looks after that area, or at the very least need to make sure like police are informed that there's going to be a shoot, and when you're on shoot as well, someone's going to need to have a high vis vest and be warning public, because it's probably a public area, but there'll be someone who kind of probably caters for it and looks after this place. So I'd just do a little bit of research into that as well and make sure
I've
that's
been there
all-
before. There is a house like far right,
Yeah.
but they've got like an open. I think it's still up there again. I went there a couple years ago. But
I'm pretty sure it's probably mostly public. It's just a case of covering our bases. If you're having someone running around with fake blood and stuff like that, we need to be careful.
There are dogs and that big
Yeah.
dogs with like bones and you're allowed on those. It's like mouldy, like the wood is like mouldy.
Cool. So we've got some good ideas of potential locations.
Yeah.
So just need to look into those a little bit more.
basically got a lot of unfinalized ideas.
But that's the thing, that's where everyone should be. The main thing is that you've got your idea, you've got a good idea of the plot and the characters and things like that. Now is the next bit of securing those locations, securing those actors. So yeah, I think the next thing is, just continue to communicate with the actors, making sure when and if they're available, getting their permission, securing the props and the costumes, securing the locations. So you're going to have one, so the main idea is obviously there's a very big narrative here. Is there going to be any kind of mismatch of performance or anything like that?
I don't think
So I think you might want to cut it up.
Like
So with
performance.
music videos, you usually have narrative and then you cut back to a performance of some kind. And that's usually some,
A little bit, maybe.
like any
Do
lip
something.
syncing or anything.
Would like the band, like whoever survives or whatever, I don't know.
Yeah, because what you'll kind of struggle to do, I think, is if you do it all narrative,
Yeah, wait, I
it'd be
think
very
we should.
samey.
I think we should do like singing, but like in the story, like not cut back to. Do you know what I mean?
I tell you what's a good band to look into. They do, a lot of their songs are based on horror movies, and they include a lot of references. They put the band in those characters and things like that. The band's called Ice Nine Kills, and they do, there's an American Psycho one I know that he does, and he literally puts himself in it, but then it cuts back to performance. It is like kind of rock and things like that, but that might be good to kind of see the balance that you've got, because otherwise it's going to be a short film, but because there's no dialogue, it might be very difficult to watch. Or I say I'm not familiar with the song. Are the lyrics kind of matching up with what we're seeing on screen or anything?
It's quite questioning. The lyrics are quite like questioning about things. It's like I don't really know how to put it. It's just like
It's also quite slow, which I think.
Yeah, so that's what I'm saying. You need to kind of cut back to, or even if it's more kind of like experimental imagery and things like that. So you've got a killer. And what I'd love to, are you thinking about including the backstory?
one of the lyrics is literally on a little farm. So I don't know whether we want. It could be an idea to like almost the killer feels like he's done too much and then suffers from it.
Yeah, so what I would say is, don't get too stuck. Because remember, music is about promoting that song. And so one thing that is really good to have is just like a solid performance to keep cutting back to. So whether you have like, you create a star or you have people lip syncing, or like I said, you could do like really cool like imagery. So like, I'm trying to think of an example where they kind of cut back to like imagery and things. So you've got serial killer, you can cut back to imagery of like blood or like crime scene photos and cases and things like that, just to make it a bit more. It's not just we're following this whole story.
B-roll.
Yeah, yeah.
B-roll?
Yeah. But like obviously
In
like,
between shots.
like symbolic kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it might be a bit more kind of interesting to consider, just to spice it up a little bit more. But good idea on location, just need to secure. So question I'm asking everyone as well. So obviously this is due next Friday. Be honest with me, how confident are you with that deadline?
I'm confident.
You're quite confident?
I feel like within the next few days it will hit and be like we've got like a mood.
Okay. Yeah. So in terms of like the session, so Thursday, Friday is contextual. Next Monday we're going to do storyboards and scripts, and then Thursday we've got our last contextual. So it is going to be very tight. What I am most likely going to propose is that we push it forward a little bit. So we'll lose a little bit of production time, but you'll have more time to plan.
That would be more.
Yeah. So I think, because obviously in contextual as well is meant to be handed in that following Monday, but I'm going to again possibly push that forward because I know everyone's kind of struggling with that and it's a short time to get everything done over the
I
weekend.
don't know which one's more important, media or contextual.
When are we
Yeah.
the folder?
So I'm going to give you a definite answer tomorrow. I'm just checking with everyone today to see where they're at to confirm that. But I'm proposing that we're going to move the hand in for the folder to be not next Wednesday, the following Wednesday. So you're meant to originally hand in next Friday. It's going
So
to
the
be
18th.
Yeah, the following Wednesday instead. So you'll still have 2.5 weeks, which is more than enough
Are
time.
we not doing lessons on paperwork now and it's just we're doing it?
No. No. So today's
Both.
we're doing a bit of both. So Thursday and Friday is contextual.
Yeah.
And then next Monday is music video, looking at scripts and storyboards. So that will be a folder session. And then, can't remember, Wednesday you've got a workshop on digipacks and editing. And then you've got last session on contextual next Thursday. And then originally the folder is meant to be doing the following day, which I don't think is going to be doable. So what I'm going to do is move it to the following week and move it to Wednesday potentially, but I'll confirm that with you guys by tomorrow. And then contextual studies, I'll put the hands in. So that it was meant to be in that Monday, it'll now be in that Friday. Does that sound a bit more doable?
Yeah.
Yeah. So if I was to give you guys that, would that be helpful? Do you feel like that would
Yeah,
help
yeah,
you
it
be more
would.
effective with it? Okay. Lovely. Right, so all we want to do now then is just kind of set an action plan in place. So in terms of the proposal, Devin, you're going to send me the proposal. So the actors, who wants to be responsible for confirming, because that's all of your kind of friends and things.
Never
So
mind.
actors and
I'll
contributors.
probably see them though, so I can.
Yeah.
Actors and contributors is going to be Devin as well. What about the mask and the props and things like that? The mop? So somebody needs to kind of look into that a bit more and figure that
Are we
out.
definitely doing the band or not?
We can look at it.
Yeah.
The jobs for
Yeah, so that's what we'll just do. Who generally just wants to look into the props and sorting props and things like that? So props, or the other one's locations.
If you don't want to do it, I'll do it.
Oh, it's fine.
So props, so Liv, you're going to look into props, and then are you okay to start looking at locations and things, Beth?
Yeah.
Yeah, is that right? So yeah, hopefully by the end of this week then, working together as a team, you can start thinking, making sure all the actors and contributors are confirmed, we get a good idea of what we want for the mask and the costumes and the props and things like that, and then locations as well, to make sure we knuckle those down as well. So don't keep touching that milk, that's not nice. What in
No
it?
beard hairs.
Nasty. Nasty. Cool. So apart from that, have you guys got any other kind of concerns or anything?
Not really.
No? Happy to kind of get on with it? Yeah? Lovely. So you've got your recording. Do you want a copy of this as well?
Yes, please.
Cool. Let me just quickly.
It's really difficult to do the book thing.
Busy,
And
busy.
Weebly,
I wish we had actually put the app to them.
yeah, because what I get mixed up with is what I have to put in my book and what I have to put in my Weebly. So then I think, okay, well, put this in my book and this in my Weebly, and then I come back and be like, this is my book and my Weebly.
So just to kind of remind you that for these projects it is only pass or fail, so don't like stress yourselves to death. You know what you need to do for each
It's
thing.
not scary.
Huh?
Pass or fail.
Yeah, pass or fail, that's it.
Pass or fail. But we give you grade indicators. It's only the last one that actually gets the grade.
True. So it's kind of just like a practice.
Yeah. This is just about getting you ready for the final project. But obviously what we're doing is covering every unit, so we have to do contextual because it covers the unit.
These are marks.
Yeah. So you have to pass all the units, but it's only the last one that gives you that grade. Yeah. But in terms of like management, so just think of it with whatever the upcoming deadline is. So priority at the minute is sketchbook and the folder. I know Weebly, I know probably everyone's Weebly is blank at the minute. Don't worry about it.
Mine is. I think I've got our names down,
Yes.
the title of our production, and the pages sorted.
When we get into production weeks, when you guys aren't filming or if you've got kind of a free day, we can sit down together and put plans
I
together.
forgot about Weebly completely. That even existed.
It happens every year, do not worry. Like I said, it's pass or fail. You know what you're doing.
Yeah.
It's just about doing the best that you can in preparation for FMP. And FMP, it's just that one project.
Cool.
All right?
Got it.
Lovely. Right, so that is your focus for the next week, is getting all this sorted.
Yeah, it's fine.
Contextual.
We get it done.
Lovely. So let me just live. And
I need to sort out the mid